First of all, I would like to say that it has not only been our pleasure but our honor to be a part of whatever Rahman Saab is trying to do to inculcate love and respect for human beings through the medium of music. We started this off about 5 years ago just as a small effort, but the kind of impetus that Mr. Rahman has given in order to ensure that it becomes an institution which is more important than a one-time effort. And we always believe that institutions are here to be created and nurtured. And we are doing a very small bit in order to see that we can do something. Because Harman is in music, we are an amplification of music, and what we do to ensure that this aspect of our life gets carried over for the future is through the medium of Rahman Saab, who has helped us in order to try to get these young children coming from very ordinary backgrounds. They may not have seen the light of the day had it not been for institutions like this. And therefore, forever we are grateful. It is not a question of sponsorship. It's not a question of trying to find out whether we should get associated. It's a question of our commitment to the fact that we need to nurture these children. And of course, the institution of the Conservatory that is here and the orchestra that's coming up, the Sunshine Orchestra, I hope most of you will be able to wait and listen to this as to what can be created out of young minds, which is through this medium of music.
Sir, I know you have always got a very special place in your heart for the Sunshine Orchestra. Is there anything words you'd like to say about what this project means to you and the support that Harman give to this project?
I think I want to thank Harman. I want to thank all the kind people who have wished well for Sunshine Orchestra and for my mission for music to be spread and to make mainly Indian musicians as world leaders in music. And this is just the beginning, and I want everyone to have an open mind, and I want them to support these kids for a long time and build this up into a great orchestra.
There were some wonderful music videos that have been released online from this, and that sparked a whole trend of possible projects between KM Music Conservatory and Berklee College. The next stage in this, a team from Berklee College visited earlier this year to hold auditions within the KM premises for students to go and study in America. While their faculty were here, they spent a lot of time working with our students, who absolutely loved it. I was having to pull teachers out of classrooms at the end of the day because they didn't want to let them go. And we're very, very hopeful that we will continue a strong working relationship with Berklee to develop educational programs in contemporary music and to strengthen our ties with the American educational system to continue to give Indian students the possibilities of developing their music education both within India and open up the global possibilities for them. I would like to introduce Roger Brown to make a few words.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. First, AR, it's an honor to be with you again. Nothing honored Berklee more than to be able to honor A.R. Rahman with an honorary doctorate, and our students were thrilled. We have 46 students at Berklee College of Music in Boston from India, and many from other parts of the Indian diaspora from around the world. And they form our Indian ensemble along with some American students, and there was one very tall Norwegian student who you'll see in the videos learning more about Indian music. So it's great to be back together with you. Secondly, whenever I've talked to AR, he's always mentioned KM and his vision that music is more than just a way to make a living or to be entertained, but music is a way to nurture the hearts of young people, the minds of young people, and the spirits of young people, and I see that happening here in this school. So congratulations to KM. KM hosted some auditions we did earlier this year, and we hope to have a long and fruitful relationship with the school as it develops and as Berklee develops our activities in India. Let me tell you briefly about Berklee. We're a college of 4,000 musicians from 105 countries in Boston, Massachusetts. We have a campus in Valencia, Spain. We have online courses. We have massive open online courses that are free. And we have been founded to teach jazz and contemporary music of America, but have then since grown and expanded and include world music from all over the place. And when we survey the planet and we ask ourselves, where are the next great musical ideas and musicians going to come from, we think immediately of India. And we think AR is like the perfect role model of the kind of musician we believe India will be producing. And so probably the next AR is somewhere performing for you tonight. So we want to be part of that. We want to support that. And one of the ways we're doing it is when we presented the honorary doctorate to AR, we booked Symphony Hall in Boston, one of the world-renowned performance halls. And the people who bought tickets also, many of them donated money to create a scholarship in AR's name. So we're here to announce officially that Berklee will have the A.R. Rahman Scholarship presented next year to between 1 and 5 students. It could be a full scholarship of a student who has a lot of need, or it could be smaller scholarships for more students. We're going to see who auditions. So we're inviting young Indian musicians from all over the continent to participate in this. And we're very excited because, as I said, we already have 46 musicians from India at Berklee, and we want to welcome more. And this is one way to support those young people's dreams. So it's an honor to be here with you. I'm looking forward to hearing some of the students. I've already heard a few of them, and I do believe the next generation of great musicians is being educated here right now before our eyes. Thank you.
Spent time over at Berklee, and you attended our concert last night. How do you think we're matching up in terms of what's going on there, and what do you think we can bring here with this partnership and developments with Berklee? And how was the experience over in America? Why is it such a fascination?
I think the Berklee College is one of the dream colleges for any kid. And as I was growing up, as you all know, I had got the prospectus in 89 and 89, 90, and I was supposed to go, and I had to make a decision whether I'll do my movie or go to Berklee, and I had to do my movie, of course. So when I heard about the honorary doctor which Berklee College of Music kindly gave me, it was destiny circle, right? And so for me, I think music is music, and there's no barriers, contemporary, classical. As long as you master and you make people happy, I'm with an open mind. We have an institution, Berklee is an institution. We want this exchange to go and further and to make some magic. And I want people to go from India to, the mind should open up, and people from Berklee to come to our institution after they finish. Maybe they can teach, or they can learn, whatever. And I want this to continue. And I'm really honored about this scholarship. It's such a very interesting and great initiative by Berklee College of Music, and I wish them good luck.
India is such a vast country that my answer has to be I'm just a beginner. I got very familiar with Mr. Rahman's music as we were preparing for the honorary doctorate. Of course, everyone in the United States knows Slumdog Millionaire, but I went deeper into the catalog and heard much of the great music. And if you haven't seen the music our students did on YouTube, has anyone seen that? Go on YouTube and look at the Berklee channel. We have 2 beautiful songs that we did in tribute to AR, and he participated in one. So we had also had Clinton Cerejo come to our campus, and he did a beautiful performance with our students. We've been treated to a lot of Carnatic music, and I was a little bit familiar with Hindustani music. I took tabla lessons in Calcutta in 1981. I'm not very good at tabla, but And then, I know a little bit about Bhangra music and some of the more underground music that's happening. And here's our theory. If you think about why the United States was so important in music in the last century, I believe it was because we had enormous indigenous music traditions from both Africa and Europe. We had rapid urbanization of people moving to big cities. We had enormous cultural diversity of those people when they came to big cities. So they were hearing, the people from Texas heard the music of the people from New York. We had a free press and free speech, so people could say what they wanted even if the politicians didn't like it. And finally, we had Hollywood and television and radio. And it seems to me India has every single one of those conditions, more than any other country on earth. More diversity, more indigenous musical traditions than the United States had. Now you have Bollywood. It seems you have some television stations and some media. And you have free speech, which is not common in the rest of the world. So our prediction is that India is going to be the fountain of great new musical ideas for the next 50 years.